The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the
I don't know.
NFL season
We
is
about to go
here.
into the playoffs too.
Underway on EA Sports.
I don't know what the fuck going on.
Devin Duvernay. And no alley to be found.
But yeah, man, let me focus on this game. We'll get online or something. Right.
First carry for the All-Way Swim.
Yeah, we got number stars on this defensive line.
Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
To throw, Williams. That's complete. Rome Odunze. And he'll be out right at the 35. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Well, every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know, as a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That play was all Bobby Okereke as he got there and dragged him down for the loss.
At the 33-yard line.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Throwing is Williams. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Abdul Carter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. To throw, it's Williams. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Abdul Carter. 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Unable to corral him, he fights through. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape, 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing his dart. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. That is incomplete. And see, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Dart from the gun on 3rd down. He's got his target. It's complete. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a third down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
Scatterbo will take it in for the Giants touchdown. So good job there, Charles, taking advantage of the short field, and they score first, punching it in on the short touchdown run.
I love the theme there, right? They didn't have to do anything big on that drive. Took advantage of where they were on the field, took it downfield, put the ball in the end zone. The only thing big on that drive, the 6 on the scoreboard.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overpaid?
Yeah, he fumbles.
And who's got it? The Giants.
It's going to be one of them games.
He's kind of been Johnny on the spot. A fumble recovered last week, and now 2 in a row.
Reminds me a little bit of an old teammate of mine. We used to call him the Vulture because he would swoop in and clean up after the play was made. But boy, we said it with a lot of affection because he made a lot of game-changing plays by getting to the football that had been knocked loose.
What was your nickname, by the way?
Can you go get me some water, guy, please? The rest of us are playing.
Right. Too humble. Now a run here off the RPO, and he'll keep it. The ball comes out, and this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. Tracy trying the right side. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
And it's third down.
Dart going to look to throw here. He connects with Hyatt. And he will take it all in for a Giant touchdown. Jalen Hyatt, his second touchdown on the season. And the Giants lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ballgame. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now 14-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
Right back to Swift again on second down. And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple.
Brought down at the 26. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll try and run here with Swift. But he is not going to get the first down as they'll spot this at about the 28. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. He'll try to do it himself.
Damn, Caleb.
Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. dart. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
From the gun, here's Dart. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Dart. He'll try and do this himself. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Gano's kick is good. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our score as they kick this one away. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. 17-0 our score after 1. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Williams with a little touch pass forward. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
At the 29-yard line.
What is on?
They will run straight ahead with Swift. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Play action. Now Williams. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he goes out right around the 39. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found their way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Now a first carry for their football. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, not a lot of flash and dash on that play. 2nd and 2, and they hand it to the big man, and he ends up picking up a first down. A little bit of gray area there, though, but I think what they thought, hey, we hand it to him here. If we come back and don't get it, we still got another down to try and pick it up.
And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. Solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
To the air, Williams. There's a short one caught by Loveland. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Williams. They'll try and set up the screen. Swift. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
From the 33, here's a 2nd down and 6. Looking to throw is Williams. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. To the air once more. Williams. He's going to get that to Smith. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And who's got it? The Giants. 2nd time in his first half now, Charles, and he's coughed up the football.
And both times, I think, they were in spots where he's got to think about covering up the ball. He's got to revert to his fundamentals in those practice drills where they carry it through traffic. He's not out in the open field where he can swing it a little bit, cover it up, and take care of it.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Yeah, they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Hyatt goes in motion left. A play fake, and now it's Dart. Now he'll tuck this and run. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Oh, wide open, complete. A big play there for the Giants. 44 yards.
First down. A pickup of 44 yards on the play. First down.
To throw, Dart. Now a run here off the RPO, and he'll keep it. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
2nd and 9. Throwing his Dart. This is caught by Robinson. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
On the set.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens.
A 42-yard attempt.
And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. And that will extend their lead even further. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
At their own 23-yard line.
A final shot before break. Williams. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And that's going to be incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Cairo Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Dart going to get the Scattergood. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here's 3rd and 6. Now Dart. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
First down, here's Scattergood. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Give up the middle, Scattergood. And off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Cam Scattergood, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants add 6 to their lead. Gano the extra point. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27.
Bears nothing. Graham Gano to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And he returns this to the 22.
On the return, the Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Here's Williams throwing to start the drive. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with him.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting blue touch.
And the giant rush gets almost down he goes. Kayvon Thibodeau, he beat the O-line and recorded the sack.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front seven. Defensive line is taking charge and control of this game. Face a chance to stop in the pressure.
And get the ball off.
Brian Burns able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now the offensive film section tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland.
And this is
second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that there.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now he's going to step up and run. And he will take it all in for a giant touchdown. Jackson Dart, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Well, still in the third quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome. But completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is
Abdul Carter able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Well, they set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher
terrible.
working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Looking to throw, Dart.
Come on, man. It's all coverage, nigga.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
60 Eagles, 60.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Okay, break. Set. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Set, go.
Here's Dart. He's got this complete to Robinson. And he will take it all in for a giant touchdown. Rondale Robinson, 26 yards. And the Giants add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Graham Gano to kick off for New York.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as these guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bottling him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Operating from the gun, Williams. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Taking it about the 36. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something we enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city. But in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number one for what we've seen this season. Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
70 range, 70 range. Cut 19, go.
To throw now, Dart. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be, and now it's fourth down.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film section tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while. But everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
Right back to Swift again on second down. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Brian Burns in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Here comes the Bears punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
That motherfucker didn't even put the ball while when you put it.
7 yards on the return after a punt of 39.
This is a very bad game.
They're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Let's go now. Lightning 18.
An inside run to Scattergood. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. He wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. That is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
To throw, it's Keenum. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and now it winds up incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Keenum. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Down to the 10. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. Gano for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that.
That shit funny as hell, boy.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the fourth quarter. And a big deficit, Charles. But they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board? So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
19, Tiger, 70 range, 70 range. Trap 60, trap 60.
Now it's Keenum. And he'll be hit as he releases it.
You fucking get the ball off.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. A big-time return there, 40 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
On the handoff, this is Scatterby.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage.
Now 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll give it to Scatterby.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Here's 3rd and 10.
79, 60 Eagle, 60 Eagle.
They go play action with Dart.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you could hope for in the National Football League. No turnovers. Meanwhile, you forced turnovers. You didn't allow any points, and you put up a bunch of points. What an effort.
And, Brandon, I just have to ask you, that's all the stuff that we saw happen today. Those are statistics, numbers, the whole deal. But my question is, how does one team come ready to play